What is up, you guys? It's John here. As the lover of church music myself, being in 2 church choirs and a cantor, I believe that you should know who Palestrina was. Palestrina is worth learning about. He is really important when it comes to the Catholic Church. There is a lot of information about him, and I just want you to know the basics. In music, there is something called polyphony. I'll get to what that means in a second. But Palestrina saved polyphony in the church, and I'm going to explain how. Palestrina also had a unique musical style, and I want to explain everything you should know about that. And finally, the delivery of the text in his music was really significant. All 3 of those things, knowing about polyphony, his musical style, and the delivery of text, can help you understand who Palestrina was and why he is so significant to the Catholic Church. So as promised, what is polyphony? Polyphony is the style of simultaneously combining a number of parts, each forming an individual melody and harmonizing with each other. So that's the definition, but I think it could be easier to understand if I show you what polyphony is. So here is polyphonic music. Notice the different melodies coming in at different times and how the individual melodies are independent of each other. So Palestrina was a composer in the 16th century. Palestrina saved polyphony from disapproval by the Council of Trent by composing a 6-voice mass, the Pope Marcellus Mass. It is believed that it was composed in order to persuade the Council of Trent that the banning of polyphonic treatment of text in sacred music was unnecessary. He composed the Mass in a way where it was respectful to the Catholic faith. What I mean is Palestrina preserved the Catholic beliefs musically. On the flip side, other composers took the liberty of taking out words that they personally didn't agree with. Imagine singing part of the Mass, and a section of what Catholics believe, what makes a Catholic, is just removed. Palestrina did not do this. His polyphony was done in such a way where it was respectful to the Catholic faith. Palestrina saved church polyphony because of his Pope Marcellus Mass. Again, other composers took the liberty of taking out words that they didn't agree with. So Palestrina also used homophonic music in his Mass for variety. Because if you only wrote polyphonic music, everything would sound the same and it wouldn't be aesthetically pleasing to listen to. So, homophonic music. Notice how every word happens at the same time. And this is polyphonic music. Notice the different melodies coming in at different times and how the melodies are independent of each other. I personally love Palestrina's music. Now, Palestrina also had a special style to his music. Palestrina has been named the Prince of Music, and his works, the absolute perfection of church style. His music expressed the fundamental quality of the Catholic response to the Reformation from a musical perspective. The most important thing that you should know about his style is how he treated leaps in his music. Most of the time, voices moved by step. Moving by step means that the notes are right next to each other on the musical staff. This is what you should know. Leaps bigger than a third are smoothed out by a step in the opposite direction. Notice how this is a leap and the next note is a step down. So with that in mind, what really made Palestrina loved in the Catholic Church was his delivery of the text. Palestrina strove to portray the text in his music accurately. Palestrina uses homophonic writing to be as clear as possible, with 1 note per syllable, and polyphonic music in a structured and respectful way that complements the text and isn't distracting. So, in the longer movements, Palestrina used homophonic writing, so every word could be easily understood and as clear as possible. So why should you care? Well, Palestrina wrote music in a way that was respectful to the Catholic faith. If it wasn't for Palestrina, I know this sounds cheesy, but we wouldn't have the music that we have today. So, if you know how Palestrina treated leaps by following them by a step in the opposite direction, and how Palestrina respected and preserved the Catholic faith, you have a fundamental understanding of Palestrina and why he is so significant to the Catholic Church. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.